Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, Bill. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, David. Thank you.
Hello, hello. Welcome, lady. Welcome, welcome. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone.
Hello, David.
Hey, Joe. Welcome, welcome.
How are you?
Welcome, welcome, guys. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, welcome. All right, guys, we're gonna get started. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, great, great. All right. Can everyone see my screen here? Can everyone see the shared screen?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So this is the 4 market phases that every trader must know. So those of you who do not have a copy of this, go ahead and take a picture of it. So take a picture of it. I would recommend that you guys print it and have it laminated. All right. So it's the 4 market phases every trader must know. Okay, it starts with accumulation, markup phase, distribution, and markdown phase. All right, so go ahead and take a picture of that so that you have it. And again, I would recommend you guys print it out and have it laminated for safekeeping. All right. This evening, guys, we're going to go over the equity markets. So we're going to go over stocks and the indexes, how the indexes are doing, ETFs, but mainly we'll focus on stocks, okay, on stocks this evening. All right, so 1 second here. Let's get started. Let's see here. All right. So guys, stop me at any time if you guys have any questions. All right, so if you have any questions, just stop me at any time. All right. The first thing we always want to take a look at, guys, when we trade stocks is we want to make sure that the VIX volatility index is down and preferably below 20. All right, so the VIX, as you guys know, measures the volatility in the markets. Hey, Kim, measures the volatility in the market. So when the VIX goes down, equities will go up. So let me repeat that. When the VIX volatility goes down, like right now, it's at 1796, so it's below 20, and that's what we want. We want the VIX to be below 20. That's good for stocks. If it's above 20, that's not good for stocks. Okay, so remember that. A VIX above 20 and moving higher is not good for stocks. However, a VIX below, a number below 20 is good for stocks. So right now, the VIX is at 1796. So that's good, right? That's really, really good. And hopefully what we would like to see is that it comes down. We get red candles, kind of like this here, and that it stays down. All right, so the VIX is looking really good. The Dow, guys, so we always want to first, the VIX, we need that to be down. We need the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq to be up. All right, preferably we want buy signals. Okay, so we want buy signals, kind of like this right here. All right, on all the major indexes, and that's good for stocks. All right, so we do not have a buy signal yet on the Dow, but boy, it's looking much better. We're getting ready to break resistance. Okay, so this yellow line up in here is resistance. Okay, so we're looking. Someone has a question?
Yeah, I don't know about the other guys, but I cannot see the full screen. I cannot see the bottom of the chart.
You cannot see the bottom. Can you see the chart? Can you see the chart itself?
Now I don't see anything. It's just a straight line.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second here. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me move some things around.
Yes, now I can.
Okay, 1 second here. How about now? Can you see it now, Joe?
Yeah. Yes, I can. Yeah.
You can see the complete screen?
Yes.
I can't see the complete screen. It looks like it's just a portion of it.
You can see it, Bill. Okay, hold on, guys. 1 second here.
Hey, David, I think if you maximize your screen, I think that'll do it.
All right, let's try. I'm trying to find, I'm trying some new things here, but okay, hold on.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, how
You
about
can,
now?
reduce the font size. There you go. You got
Yeah.
it.
You guys got it now?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, yeah, I moved it. I was trying something new this evening and I moved it to a different screen. So, okay, that's fine. All right, so guys, big improvement within the markets, big improvements. Okay, so I'm starting to get a bit excited here. All right, we might have that Christmas rally after all. Okay, so we might have that Christmas rally for stocks after all. Okay, so prices are moving higher in the last 3 days, right? We've had an up candle here, another one here yesterday, and then this is today. So we're hoping that price will break these resistance in here and then give us a buy signal, just like this on the Dow. On the S&P, look at that, guys. On the S&P, here's resistance right here. I mean, things are really improving. I wasn't expecting this, but if you look here, this is resistance here on the S&P. So we're right there. Tomorrow, if we have an update on the S&P, we could get a buy signal, okay? So we're testing all-time highs on the S&P. So that is great news. I mean, we were testing support down in here just a few days ago with this candle.
Can you repeat, David? I'm not sure how you are agreeing for the buy signal here.
What's that? I'm sorry.
How do you tell that there is a buy signal there?
Oh, okay. Good question. So you see this blue arrow right here, this blue arrow? You see that?
Yes.
Yes. So let me open it for you. Okay. So this blue arrow right here, let's see here, right here, you see it says buy, buy, right here.
Yes.
That's our buy signal. So this blue arrow is our buy signal. The white arrow here is our sell signal. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. So we are waiting for a buy signal, guys. We are waiting for a buy signal on this break of resistance. So the S&P looks really good to give us a buy signal. Okay. The Nasdaq. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Holding right here, we've got it broke that previous support, which is now resistance. Okay, but it's still got a bit to go. The Nasdaq seems to be always the lagging index, but it recaptured previous support, which is now resistance. So it will look to test this resistance in here. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the Nasdaq lagging a bit. That's fine. The S&P, I'm very excited with, and the Dow is shaping up nicely. Okay, the Russell, even the Russell, guys, even the Russell, we got some buying in the Russell. All right, so so market's looking better. As far as the sectors, things are improving a bit in the sectors. Okay, so technology, let's see what technology is doing. So we've got a buy signal in here, price retraced, held support, and look at this, look at technology, guys. It's getting ready to test this high right here, this resistance right here. So technology is looking good. All right, let's take a look at consumer staples. It's holding, looking good. All right, so things are definitely improving. Healthcare, look at that. Breaking this resistance right here, guys. Getting ready to break this resistance. Okay, nice buy signal right here. Right here, this blue arrow right here on this break of resistance. Okay, so these are the sectors right here we need to be trading. Okay, so the ones in yellow, okay, tech, consumer staples, Utilities, let's take a look at utilities. That's usually a safety, right? A flight to safety. So that's holding. And then of course, healthcare, right? Okay, so these I wouldn't trade. Okay, I wouldn't trade. We got some great news today on Bitcoin. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin on the 240. So we got a buy signal. Here was our buy signal here on Bitcoin. I wanted it to kind of hold. This is on the 240-minute time frame, guys. So I've been watching it, and when it held this support, I gave a buy signal this morning to get in right here, and I was looking at this candle right here, and almost a perfect buy, right? So we gave a buy signal at 48. What was it? I think 48, right at 48,000 and change. Okay, I think it was 48,800 and change. So right in here. And then almost immediately we got a nice push to the upside on Bitcoin. So we should be good with Bitcoin. I would just hold. And again, we do not sell until we get a break of support. So I would just hold Bitcoin. It's looking really good. It fell down quite a bit, right? So we had a nice retracement, a nice sell-off, and now it looks really good to move higher. On the daily time frame, it's looking really good here. So what I'm hoping is that it does something like this, okay? All right, so it kind of breaks through that moving average, ton of buy-in, come in, kind of like this here, and then start to move higher on the daily time frame. All right, so that's really good for Bitcoin. And as you guys know, Bitcoin is the barometer for the entire Forex market. So as the Forex market, as the Bitcoin moves higher, so will most cryptos. Okay, so Bitcoin is a barometer for the entire crypto market. All right. Any particular stocks you guys want to take a look at?
Of course, Tesla.
Okay.
That was a home run this week.
All right. So let's see. What's the symbol again?
TSLA.
TSLA. All right. So you got options in this, Kim?
Yeah, I bought, I did a kind of a different trade. I don't know if you guys actually want to hear this. It's kind of complicated. But what I did is I did a credit spread on Tesla. The 1,000 calls, I paid $4 for them. And I also sold the, hang on, let me get this right. I bought the 1,000 calls for $4. But before I did that, I sold the 790 puts and collected $16.50. And I bought the 600 puts and collected $1.53.
Wow.
So that gave me a net credit of, hang on. They gave me, get my calculator up here. They gave me a net credit $16.50 minus the 153. They gave me a net credit of that's not right here. Hang on, 16.50 minus 1.53. Okay, 14.97. That's more like it. Then I took that money and I went and bought the 1,000 calls for $4. And I sold some for $17.50, some for $24.50.
Are you kidding me?
Some for $18, some for $47, some
No
for
way. Are you kidding me?
And some for $72.
On this move right here? When did you get in? When did you get them?
Yeah.
This morning or yesterday?
No, I started it 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Oh,
Yeah,
so
you got
2
2 days ago.
You got this move. You got all of it.
Say it again, Dave.
I said you got all of this move then.
Yeah, I got all of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't buy the call options until the day that we were down and we had the red candle, and that's when I did the credit spread.
Oh, okay.
And then I took the proceeds from that and had money left over to buy that call option for the white candle and the green candle.
Mm,
So I got both of those.
wow.
So this is a drop, or is it a drop of Tesla stock?
Say it again.
The Tesla stock has dropped.
No, it's moved in the
It's moved up the last 2 days.
yeah. So this candle here, guys, this white candle was yesterday. This is the daily time frame. So this white candle was yesterday. This green candle here was today. And these are big candles. So that's a big moves here. That's how Cam did really well. Yeah. Cam, are you going to stay with it because you've got more upside?
Yeah, I got out of those options because they expired today.
Okay.
And I also bought the December 31st 1070 calls, and I paid $12.40 for those.
Okay.
Of course, I got the money from selling those other ones, and I sold some already at $36.50, and I have half my position left.
Okay. Yeah, stick with it. I mean, with the market looking the way it is, like I said, we could get that Christmas rally, and you could see it go to 12 easy to this resistance right up here. All right, and that could happen real quick. I mean, you could get a candle like this. You see this candle right here, guys?
Yeah.
You could get a candle like that. That's a lot of buying. So they could push this really, really fast, really high.
And one thing, Dave, you can kind of tell the other students is that when you see the massive buying, as far as the number of contracts traded, you know that they're really, really pushing this thing up. Because the number of contracts traded on the different strikes were just enormous today.
Yeah, and they like Tesla. It's expensive, it's gonna cost you a bit, but boy, it definitely pays off.
Yeah.
When you guys see these big candles here, that's the big institutions coming in. That's a lot of buying here. Okay, so that's not retail traders coming in. That's the big institutions, big money coming in. All right. Any other stocks, Cam, you're looking at, or anyone else?
How about Qualtrics, XM something?
What's the symbol?
XM or something.
You said X? What's the symbol?
It's XM.
Use XM. Okay.
Yes.
XM. Okay. All right. So let's analyze this. All right. All right. Did you take a picture of the 4 market phases on that was on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So are you in this stock, or are you looking to get in?
I'm already in. I want to get out.
You want to get out. Okay. What price did you get in at?
Almost like 42 or something.
40, how much?
42.
42. Okay, so you got in here. All right, this is a good one to analyze. All right, and this is just a learning. This is a learning. So let's see here. All right. All right, this is a good one here to analyze. Okay, so you bought in here on basically a break of this support here. So if you look at this area right here, guys, if you look at this area here and you look at your chart, that's distribution. So that's the sellers are in control now. The sellers. So when you got in, the sellers were in control, not the buyers. So we want to buy kind of like in this area here in the accumulation phase. All right. So we want to buy in the accumulation phase. And then we want to be buying in that markup phase. That's where we want to be. Okay, so you guys see that accumulation, buy signal right here. That's the markup phase. We could have re-entered in that reaccumulation phase. Once it gets at the top here, all right, that's distribution. And then once it breaks support right here, it breaks support, that's the markdown phase. Okay, so this is a good lesson. Okay, so we want to always be buying. So for future reference, we want to be buying on this side here on the markup phase, and then we want to be getting out in that distribution phase, markdown phase. Okay, so let's see what could happen now. So because you're in it now, so let's analyze it to see how you can manage it from here. All right, and this is always good. If we ever get on the wrong side of the trade, which will happen, guys, if we ever get on the wrong side of the trade, let's say we're not paying attention, the trade gets away from us, or for whatever reason, then what we've got to do, rather than just getting out of the trade, we've got to manage our way out of the trade. Okay, we've got to manage our way out of the trade. So we've got to wait. So you bought it at 42. Right now it's at 30. Where did it close at? 35. Okay, so well, the good thing is this. Okay, the good thing is this. You've got the VIX is coming down, so that's good. Right, the market should get bullish. We've got the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the Dow all moving higher, so that's good. So that should push your stock higher, which it's doing right now. So it held support. So you've got some good signs in your favor here. So it held support. Here is support. Here is support. Okay. And now it's basically getting in the accumulation phase. Okay. Getting in. We've got some white consolidating candles here. Here is resistance right here. So you're near resistance. What we don't want is for the price to go back down here and test support and break support. That's the redistribution phase. So
what do you mean by support and resistance? I'm trying to understand a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into that. But just know that support is right here, your floor, right? Support is your floor. Resistance, right? Resistance is right here. So these lines are support and resistance. Okay, just look at resistance is your barrier for price. Support is the same. So think of support as the floor, and resistance as your ceiling. And we need price to break resistance in order to buy. Okay, kind of like here. Okay, broke resistance and we bought here. Okay. The good news is your price here is testing resistance. Okay, so you might have an opportunity to stay in the trade. Okay, and then I would just if it gives you a buy signal in here, and you will know because it's gotten over, if it gets above, I would say 30, 37, 38, that would trigger a buy signal. And then it could take it back up to this area in here. So your next resistance area, and guys, if you have any questions on this, because this is good, your next resistance area is going to be 42. So here is support, previous support, which is now resistance. Okay, so I would look for the price to get back into this area here. You might hit some resistance here. And then the next area, but that's where I would say if you can get back at 42, if you could get back at 42, and if it's struggling to break above 42, you might want to get out of your trade. Okay, and you might break even. If it goes past 42, and it all depends on how the market is doing also. So if it goes past 42 and the market is healthy, then the next resistance will be right up in this area here, and that's around 48.30. that's around, I would say $48. Okay, so you got to watch it carefully. If it gets past this area, then you're good to hold it. But you've got to, yeah, you've got to kind of manage your way out of this deficit. That makes sense?
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome. I would go, so we have another class on, when is it? I think Tuesdays, right? And we go over basic support and resistance, and it's for new traders. All right. So we go over basic support and resistance and give you some good tools for new traders. All right. But I would go online, go do a Google search for support and resistance, because all your trading will be based on that support and resistance. Okay. And then keep coming to the lessons, keep coming to the classes. All right, because we need to know what support and resistance is.
And I have one more question, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So this XM is right, this stock, which index it falls? Is it falls under S&P or Nasdaq? How do I know that? What are the indexes which trigger this stock?
Hey, Cam, do you know this stock at all?
Which was this XM?
XM.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Never
I've
heard
seen
of
it go across on the screen on CNBC, but I've never looked at it,
All right.
investigate it, never traded it before. My guess is a relatively new company. That would be my guess. I don't know if you want to look at max data, David, as far as the history of this one.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here.
I don't know how long this one's been around.
MX. MX.
Here, I'll tell you what this does, and just give me 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what it does.
Hey, David, after we're done checking this stock out, do you think we could check one that I have for you?
Yeah, what's the symbol?
It's an honest company, HNST.
HNST. Okay. XM. That's not is that XM satellite radio?
It's Qualtrics.
No, it's Qualtrics. Qualtrics. Huh. Qualtrics. Qualtrics.
Okay, guys, I got all the information on this in about 2 seconds here.
Okay, it's on the Nasdaq. So it's on the Nasdaq.
Yeah, this is a software application company with 3,455 employees. They're located on in Utah, Provo, Utah. And the founder is Ryan Smith. And what they do is international company that they operate and experience management platforms to manage customers, employees, and products and brand experiences worldwide. The company offers the Qualtrics experience management platform system of action that helps businesses attract customers, engage employees, and develop products and build their brand. So this is just a software company that specializes, I would say, either in brand management, in advertising, and that's that. I guess that's pretty much
so
it.
Cam, it's under the Nasdaq. I don't what sector? What sector? Do you see? I don't see the sector. I'm thinking.
Well, the sector I have is technology and software application.
So technology, then, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the technology sector. Let's see here. Technology looks good. I mean, you've got some good. You've got the sector in your favor. The Nasdaq, the index is in your favor. It's moving higher. The stock is it stopped falling, so it's definitely not in the redistribution phase. So like I said, if you can get above 37, around 38, you should be good. But you should be looking to, you've got to manage it. You've got to manage it back up. Okay, so you've got to manage it back up. All right, so watch these levels here. I would watch 42. If it can get past 42, then 48. 48 is going to be a larger resistance for you. All right, but you just have to manage it. You just have to manage it back up. All right, you just got to manage it back up. So just keep in mind, you've got resistance in here. You've got resistance here. You've got some resistance in here. So you just have to manage it back up. So you're out of the woods. You're lucky that it's held support, and now it's looking to move higher. So, and then the rest of the market is in your favor. So, all right. I hope that helps. Yeah. So don't sell it yet. Don't get out yet.
Thank you.
Don't get out yet. All right. Okay. So let's look at HNST. But this is a good example there. That was a good example. HNST here. All right. Okay. So HNST. So what do you want to do with this stock here?
I was just looking. It was a long term, but it could also be a short term on how.
When you
how
say
it's
when you say long term,
1 year, 2 years,
to do what?
just hold it.
To hold it. To hold it long or short?
Yeah, a little long. A year, 2 years.
So are you in this stock?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
But pretty soon I might be. I don't know how it's looking.
Okay. So let's analyze it then. What phase is this in? What phase is it in? Look at your chart. What phase is it in?
I mean, it's going down.
Yeah. So that's the markdown phase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the markdown phase. I mean, yeah, you could keep an eye on it, right? But a lot has to happen, right? It's got to, I would say, I mean, we know it's in the markdown phase. It's been in the redistribution phase. It's making lower lows, lower highs. If you wanted to keep it on your radar, that you could do that. I would look for an area of resistance, to get a buy signal. Probably right now it's at $8. So I would look at a buy, a break of about over $10 to be able to get a buy signal. I mean, it's something that you can put on your radar. It's not tradable yet. Okay, but it's definitely, it's not in the accumulation phase yet, but you've got the previous, where the bias came in was kind of right in this area here. So I would look at this area here as resistance. Okay, this area here as resistance. So around 10 or higher. Support is at $8. So it's got some ways to go. It's got some ways.
Yeah, it was at 16 in the beginning of the year. So I just needed to start moving back up and see some support, and I might hop in.
Yeah, they're not close to getting here. If we take a look at Bitcoin, so this is what we want to look at, right? So it's still falling. I mean, it's below this moving average here. The sellers are definitely, it's starting to flatten out, but that doesn't, it's still very early. When we want to look for stocks, because we don't want to waste any time, guys, we want to really focus on where we can get some money. This is kind of what you want, like right here, right? So when this is the accumulation phase, and this is how you want the accumulation phase to look. And that this is when you need to start really focusing on the stocks and really start looking to buy is when it does this. Okay, so let's look at the difference here between your stock, and that's good. You're watching it, but it's a long way to go. So your stock is kind of doing like this right here, kind of doing this, kind of doing this. We want it to kind of show us more kind of like this here, kind of like this here. So we want it to come up, okay, flatten out like this, form a support, right? So form a base, okay, so form a base and then move higher, okay? See, yours is still falling. It hasn't really formed a base. It's starting to right here, but just keep an eye on it. We kind of went, once it starts doing something like this here, moving higher, kind of moving higher like this, right? Get through these moving averages here. Like I said, around $10 would be good, would be a good area to really start to watch it. But you got to be patient, just patient, be patient. But it's not a bad one to watch because it could get all the way back up to the highs here. All right, so it's not a bad one to watch. Any other stocks?
Hey, David, can you go back to Bitcoin and look at a 1-year chart?
Bitcoin and 1 year.
The same one on the daily, the same one you had before.
On the daily or the 240?
The daily.
The daily. Okay, so here's the daily here. This is good, goes back a year. Yeah. This goes back a year. Hey, Peter, I'll 1 second. Anything you want to see on here, Kim?
Yeah, I'm looking at it with the moving averages where it is. Yeah, we got a ways to go yet, but
yeah, but we got that buy here. We got that buy here. So
yeah,
I'm changing my it held right here, and I was looking for that trend to break, but it's amazing how quickly things will change. So if we look here, if we do this right here, it's kind of holding that uptrend here. So if it can get above this area here, get around 53, 54, it's going to continue that trend. If they come in heavy, which I think they will, right? Based on the 240, and they come in, we can easily get a move like this, a big candle like this, a big candle like this. And I think we will. Based on how price is doing here on that 240. That's a big candle here. So they came in today on a really big candle. That's a big candle here for the 240. So that's a lot of buying came in here. All right, that was up, I think, $3,000 today on Bitcoin. So that's a big candle there. Hey, Peter, you had a question?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Adobe. My conversation with you on Sunday.
Peter, how did I know that?
Because I'm a pit bull. I'm on one stock, and I want to do the right thing. I want to ride it out.
You had puts in that, right? You had puts.
Yeah,
right?
and it's challenging me right now. It's
I know.
like, so that was
I thought about you. When the market moved up, I thought about Peter.
I know, 3 days in a row, like a rally. It's like, oh. After your conversation, the next day I got in.
Yeah. I thought about. I was like, oh.
I was thinking about what you said. You just gotta ride. You're right. You gotta ride it, no matter what the emotions tell you.
All right. So what's the symbol for Adobe?
The symbol is ADBE.
All right. Okay. So you got puts, right?
Yeah, I got in at 540, a long put, a naked for about a month, January 21st. Okay. Right after Monday, the Nasdaq started rallying, and I told you, remember, when I get in, and it's just it starts retracing.
Yep.
It was like, and my emotions like, oh my God, I'm losing money. I'm losing money.
Yep. I thought about you. I thought about you.
And
Okay.
it was a beautiful, it broke that weekly support. And it's
Mhm.
like, you're right. It's going to continue to mark down phase.
Well, so what you've got to do now is, we've got some support right here, but all the technicals. So let's go through this. All right. And this is where you're going to have some nerves of steel.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got a low right here or low right here. Okay. So this is your area here. But if you look at the trade itself, okay, if you look at the trade itself, it's broken. Now, ideally, this should have been your short up in here. So you should let's turn in our short signal. Okay. So now, so what you have to do now is kind of manage it, just like the previous trade. You gotta manage it. Okay. So
But that breaking of that weekly support is very important. Like huge sellers will come in.
yeah, but
it
you
just
know, you
bounced.
you can't when you look at the larger time frames, that's just to kind of give you an idea, but it's not tradable. Are you trading on the daily, right?
I'm trading on the 240.
On the
In the
you're trading
daily.
on the 240?
Yeah. Whenever I'm trading on the daily and the 240, I look at weekly support and resistance.
Okay. So which window? You gotta have one window to trade on. You gotta have
I
one.
trade 240.
240. Okay. So you're buying, your buying and selling is done on the 240.
Yeah.
Okay, that's important. That's important, guys. Okay. So let's do this. You can do your analysis on the other windows just for fun, but your trading window is where you're going to do that's where you're going to enter and exit, okay, based on support and resistance. Okay.
I was just thinking about what you said. It's like there's nothing holding the stock up. I'll just keep on telling myself. And I marked the previous resistance. So if after it breaks resistance, then I'm gonna get out. I'm just gonna hold.
Okay. Okay, so this is the 240 and you got in at
540.
540. Okay, so so guys, let's go over this. Okay, this is how we learn. All right. So your buy, so you got puts right here.
Yeah, I bought a put.
Yeah. Okay, so let's bring in our sell short signals. All right. Okay, so our sell short, look here for a second. Our sell short signal when the price broke support. Remember, guys, we want to buy on resistance, sell at support. So write this down. Very, very important. We don't just buy at any price. And we don't just sell at any price. We are going to buy at resistance, like right here, buy at resistance, sell at support, sell at support. Okay, if we're gonna short, if we're gonna go short, we're gonna sell short at support, and then we're gonna buy back at resistance. So I'm gonna repeat that. We're gonna buy on a break of resistance because the buyers are buying. We're gonna buy on a break of resistance. You guys see my cursor right here?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna sell, we're gonna get out at support, this white arrow right here. Okay, we're gonna buy again here at resistance, sell at support. To go short, we're gonna sell short at support because guess what? The sellers are in. The sellers are in. Red candles. The sellers are in. We are gonna wait until the buyers come in to sell at resistance. Sell short at support. Close the trade at resistance. Same here. Buy at resistance. Sell at support. So look at your trade right here, Peter. So here was our buy signal here. Here was our sell signal on the break of this support to get out. But almost immediately, we got a sell short signal to go short. This red triangle right here. So that price is that price where we should have went short was at 640. Okay, so we
a short trade.
Yeah, so your short, your put, you should have gotten your puts at 640, not at 540.
I have a 635 put.
Okay. Okay, so you got 635 puts.
Yeah, I just added on more position when I broke.
Oh, you added.
Yeah, this is my second position.
Okay, but your 635 puts, they're profitable.
Yeah, I had a directional spread. So it expired today.
Okay.
I made a good money. It expired today and I made good money.
Okay. Okay, so you know that. Okay. So now how to manage it? There is nothing to do right now. There's nothing. When do they expire?
My 540 puts expires next month, January 21st or something.
Okay, so the good thing you've got on your side here is this, right? There's no buying yet. The sellers are still in. All right, this moving average is coming down. Okay, you just want to hope that, you know, price kind of stays down and kind of break this support here. Okay, but the buyers are not in. The buyers are not in.
50% retrace.
Yeah.
Whenever I get it, it just retraces to the 50% fib, and
Yeah.
it continues to go down.
Yeah, but there's nothing you can do right now. There's nothing you can do. You just have to hold on. Okay, because you're still in selling territory. All right. The only time, and it's up to you. This is your trade. This is your trade. But if we want to do this right, you can start with this trade, right? And don't get out until it breaks resistance. Okay. You know, yes, you've got a time element because it's an option, right? But
so would my resistance be above that purple line?
Yeah, so your resistance, yeah, so you've got some near-term resistance right here. I don't think you need to be concerned about that. So you've got near-term resistance right here. Okay, that's not the big one you should be worried about. You should be worried about perhaps, let's see here. Because we're looking for change.
That's the one, yeah, that purple line above.
Yeah, so right about, I would say right about here, because this moving average will come down. Okay, so I would say if it gets above, kind of like here, if it gets above this area in here, which is about 600 and change, then you know, okay, it's the buyers are back in. They're definitely back in. Until then, you can't do anything because it could go back down. The sellers, you got all red candles. Even if the market goes up, I mean, you know, I don't know what's going on with that particular stock, but it is still weak. It is still very weak.
I think it's just the Santa rally. It's very low volume, like rally up. So once the institutions gets back.
Yeah, but what you want to be concerned with, the bigger picture to be concerned with is this. Right? So if you look here, Price went to resistance, came to support, went to resistance, came to the support. So it might do this again here. You see what I mean? Right, so it's kind of consolidating between support and resistance. So if it holds this support, you know, you could get some buying coming in just like this here. Okay, kind of tricky. Okay, it's kind of tricky. What hurt was the second trade. The second trade here. Otherwise, this would have been a perfect trade. Right, from here, you know. But the second position here is kind of what's hurting you. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, great trade. Otherwise,
Yeah,
great trade.
like I said, I'm following the rules. If it breaks support, I'm gonna add on position.
Yeah. Otherwise, great trade. What you could do. So this could be your first position here. It breaks support. That's the redistribution phase. Get in, wait, you know, but with the market going the way it is right now, and if we get buy signals, on the VIX is down, we get buy signals on the indexes, yeah, you might, it might do something like this here. But right now the sellers are in control, so the buyers are not in control yet. All right. But I thought about you, Peter. I did.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
Hey, David, I know this is not the class for it, but can you bring up the US dollar, Japanese yen? You sent out a text message today about the yen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to get into that trade too.
Oh, yeah. We are seeing some moves in the yen pairs, the dollar yen.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me change the time frame here. One second here, guys. Okay. Let's see. Dollar yen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You text that out today to everybody.
Mm-hmm. So did you get some of this, Kim?
Yeah, 3 o'clock. Is when I got my entry in at 114.284.
Oh, okay. Did anyone else get any of the yen pairs?
Yeah, you sent out the message actually pretty early this morning. What time did you send it out?
I think it was early.
You sent out the message at 7:54 a.m. this morning. Wow, that was really late. I didn't get in until 3 o'clock, David.
Oh, you that's okay. I think it's so if we look at, that's the dollar yen. Let's see here. The Kiwi yen, New Zealand yen gave a buy signal. The pound yen gave a buy signal right here. I really like the pound yen. Euro yen, let's see here. Euro yen, I think, yeah, it gave a new buy signal right here. Swiss yen, look at that. Nice buy signal here on this break of this high here, resistance high here. Really resistance is right here. So nice buy signal here. Boy, that's moving up nicely on Swiss yen. I love it when the yen pairs move. So still waiting here for a buy signal on CAD yen. And then Aussie yen. Aussie yen got a buy signal right here on this break of resistance, and that's pretty good resistance right here. So the yen pairs, guys, we should be out of the dollar pairs. The dollar pairs, see, they're all red, so they're going down, right? So I like the yen pairs, and like pound yen is number 4 right now, right? New Zealand yen climbing up.
Ken, are you gonna like scale in to these yen positions? Do you like have like three phases or a couple phases that you're gonna scale in? Or do you just do like one bulk intro?
Peter, you talking to Kim?
I'm just because I don't do a lot of Forex trading. So how do you kind of enter into a position?
Okay, so you guys have your chart there, the 4 market phases. You have your 4 market phases. You guys have your 4 market phases, the chart. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we got it.
Okay. So where would you, so Peter, you asking, where would you scale up? How would you manage a trade?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would add, so your first position would be here. Okay. And you know, different people have different philosophies about this, right? Some traders, this is what they'll do. They'll take a big position, right? Take a big position, and as the price moves higher, breaks resistance, they'll take profit, right? So, you know, this is reaccumulation. And so some traders will do this. They'll take a big position, and then they'll take profit here, kind of scale out. I do it a bit differently. Okay, I say take your first position here. It doesn't have to be a giant position. It could be a manageable position. And then as price breaks resistance here, that reaccumulation phase, that's the reaccumulation phase, you can add. So you could take your first position here, second position here, third position here. Then when we get a sell signal like this, you just close all your positions. Okay, here you can play around with this, but we want to be careful. Okay, we want to be careful. This is a hard sell. So when price breaks support right here, this is a hard sell. We've got to get out. Okay, some traders will do this, right? They'll buy here when the price comes to support, right? They'll take a second position here, comes right here to support or near the moving average. They could take another position. I think that's a bit risky because anytime price gets close to support, guess what? We could get a sell signal. I rather price break resistance. That way I know that new buying is coming in, new buyers are coming in. Okay. And I would rather add here on a break of resistance. Okay. So this here, you've got some flexibility in how you do this, right? That's the meat of the trade. So however, you could take one position, just take one position and then just let it run all the way to the end. As long as we sell, okay, on a break of support. So we never got a break of support here. We never got a break of support here. We never got a break of support right here. It wasn't until here we got a break of support, and then we've got to sell. Okay, so we just got to manage this area in here. Okay, but we have to be careful. We can take this is a very good trade, but if we don't manage it properly, we could lose money. Right. So let's say, for instance, we took a small trade here, right? And the price goes up and we're like, oh man, I should have gotten in. And then you get to take a big position here. So now you had a small position here, and now you've got a large position here. Price comes down. What could have been a very profitable trade turns out to be a negative trade because we bought We took a big trade. We got greedy, took a big trade here at the very top. Okay. So ideally, what we want to take is we want to have positions that are set size. So let's say we're trading $200 or $1,000. Okay, we want to do the same amount, $1,000 here, $1,000 here, $1,000 here. And then guess what? We get a sell signal and a break of support. We close them all. Okay, that makes sense, Peter?
Yes.
Yeah, you have some variables in here, okay, within the meat of the trade, but you know we want to make sure we manage it properly. Just know that so we usually get 3 opportunities to buy. If we are lucky within the trend, especially with the 4-hour time frame, we might get 3 opportunities to buy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Sometimes we might get lucky, like with Kim's trade, USD TRY. That was a big, that lasted for almost 6 weeks, but that doesn't happen every day. So most of your trading, you'll get about 2 or 3, probably 4 opportunities to scale up. So once it starts, once you've scaled up 2 or 3 times, just start to, you know, just kind of pull back a bit, because you can get into that distribution phase like here, and then the markdown phase. Okay, good question. That's a very good question. All right. Anything else? All right, guys, we're gonna call it a night. I want to wish everyone happy holidays. Hope you guys do well, stay safe, and I will see you guys on Sunday. All right, take care, guys.
Thank you, David. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, guys. Take care.
David.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, David. Bye-bye.